Hey Emma, how have you been?
I'm doing well, Monica. How are you?
Doing pretty well.
That's good.
Nice. How have the iPads been working out for the store?
They've been working out so great. My team loves them.
Good, good. Now, have there been any complaints or any issues with them at all?
No, not really. Having the network connection has actually really worked out well because the Wi-Fi at the coffee shop is not the best.
Okay. Now, do you guys, for your Wi-Fi, do you just have a regular internet provider, like a local one?
Yeah.
Okay. For the future, you guys could actually get the Verizon router too, just to get your customers a little bit better connection as they're hanging out there.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
keep that.
Now, I know you emailed me about your personal phone and you have that basic phone.
hmm
How's that working out for you?
It's okay. It's not really holding a charge very much anymore, and it doesn't really take pictures at all. And I have to delete text messages and voicemails and stuff like all the time. So it's kind of been more of a pain than a tool as lately. It'd be nice to have something that works a little bit better.
Okay. Now, how comfortable did you become with the iPad?
I absolutely love the iPad. It's so great. It's easy to use and it works well.
Have you ever thought about getting a phone that was just like your iPad?
I haven't actually now that you mention it.
Okay. That would be an option because Apple makes a wide variety of products, including the iPads, the iPods, like the original iPods for music, of course. But they basically took that touchscreen iPod that became the biggest thing about maybe 8 years ago, and they
Right?
turned it into a phone with full cellular capabilities and a touchscreen, and now an advanced camera that actually rivals most photographers' cameras.
Kind of cool.
So I know that I was checking out the Emma's Tea Facebook page, and I noticed there aren't a lot of videos or pictures going on there.
No, not really.
Was that something that you were kind of thinking about?
Yeah, I'd love to be able to expand kind of that piece with my marketing. I have more of like a younger customer base, and I know that everyone that comes into my shop is they're all super connected. It seems like everyone's kind of always on their phone and doing this and doing that, and I think it'd be a little bit easier to appeal towards my customer demographic, having more of that capability to do more with social media.
Okay. What social media apps have you heard about?
I know that there are some other businesses locally that do things like Yelp and Foursquare, kind of as far as
Hmm.
like their business promoting goes. Otherwise, I see people on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that all the time too.
Do you want to start Instagramming all of your cute teas?
That would be wonderful.
I know that a lot of people are getting into the coffee and tea designs where you get to shake the powder on top in the different shapes.
Yep, cappuccino art
There we go. So that could definitely be some good advertising if you got on Instagram and started sharing that around.
for sure.
I bet some of your customers are already doing it for you. Now it's just be making your own account and then kind of setting it up so they associate your pictures with your account.
Okay,
But yeah, all of that can be done on a smartphone if that was something you might be interested in.
I think it is.
Okay. Now, did you have any questions about smartphones?
Um, well, I guess I just got this little basic phone that pretty much just makes phone calls, and I know that I only pay like $20 a month for it. So obviously, a smartphone's not going to be that anymore, right?
Right, smartphones are a lot more expensive, but you are holding a small computer in your hands, so
Okay. Would it be better for me with this to do it on the same plan that I have my iPad for my business on?
yeah, most definitely. It
Okay.
actually would be a good family plan, and it basically shares the data between your iPad and your phone.
Okay.
Now, just like we talked about before with the iPad, you still have all of the other competitors as an offer, but it's just more of the service within our area here. You now know how Verizon works compared to other cellular providers, so
Okay.
and then yeah, keeping the iPad and the iPhone on the same plan will just make things easier and it will just make one bill instead of multiple little bills.
Okay, and that's definitely easier for me from a bookkeeping perspective.
Right. Now, did you know about how much data you think you'd be using?
No.
That's okay. Because there are tons of different plans, so you don't have to be stuck with just a one small plan, and at any time you can change it. So
Okay.
if you think you need more or if you find out you need less, there's no penalty to switch around and actually do the best thing for you price-wise.
Okay. Because I know, like with the iPads, like I said before, the Wi-Fi at the shop is really not the greatest. So we use the cellular connection more than anything else. So I think that it'd probably be similar with the phone because that's where I spend most of my time. It seems like is at the shop, helping the business run and everything go smoothly. So I don't think that the Wi-Fi is going to be something that's super useful. So maybe more data than less data.
Okay, yeah. Now, especially with all the social media and everything, if you're going to be uploading those pictures and videos, that is going to use a little bit more data,
Okay.
but, not an extreme amount. And then, do you actually have music set up in your coffee shop? I've heard a little bit here and there, but never something like consistent.
Yeah, we have like a stereo system that we use and we cycle through just like CDs and stuff like that. I've had some people that work for me talk about like Touch Tunes, I think is a program or something that's
Mm-hmm.
out there where it's like jukeboxes kind of thing for like businesses and stuff like that, but that's a little bit more techy than I am.
Right, and you don't have to go that route, but when you have your new iPad now, and then of course a smartphone, you can go with Bluetooth speakers instead. So
Oh,
you can control everything on your phone without having to invest in like a touchscreen jukebox that customers could possibly break, depending on who's allowed to use that. Um, but with a smartphone, it gives you the capabilities for music streaming. You instead of having to do YouTube all the time and using that data for the videos loading, you can actually use Spotify or Pandora.
okay.
And then you can control the music while you're in your office and just kind of flip through whatever you'd like to.
That sounds good.
Yeah. A little bit more storage space. You can get rid of the scratch CDs that skip around.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I know we've got the pricing figured out as far as, you know, it is going to be a little bit more expensive than the basic flip phone you have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now for the iPhone, which is the Apple phone similar to the iPad,
Mm-hmm.
would you like something that has a larger screen or a smaller screen?
I'd like something smaller, just because I'd like it to be able to fit in my pocket. Like the little flip phone that I have it's the perfect size. If they could make it this tiny, I'd be super happy. But I know that's probably not a thing. But as small as possible, I think.
Now they have stopped making the super tiny phones, and there is a super small iPhone, but I would actually recommend the medium size for you. Why I would do that is because the medium ones, now the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus, they actually make them waterproof.
Oh,
Now, for someone who's in a coffee shop environment, there's drinks
cool.
being spilled and dishes being washed. That just might be a little bit better. It is a little more expensive than the smallest one, but I feel like the value of that would be worth it with the waterproofing.
Maybe I'll definitely consider that.
Yeah. The main thing is we can get you in store and you can actually try it out and see what's physically comfortable in your hand and in your pocket.
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
Mm-hmm. Now, were there any other questions I could answer for you?
I guess is there anything that the phone can do that my iPad can't do?
It can actually make the cellular calls. Now, with the
Okay.
phones being more up to date, it's going to be a little bit better camera and everything, and you're not going
Oh,
to look like a giant tourist when you're trying to take a picture with your iPad.
right.
You've seen that too?
Yeah, it's kind of obnoxious.
You can't put an iPad on a selfie stick.
People do it.
Yeah. So,
Can I
you'll
use the phone like for credit cards and stuff like that? Like I have my Square set up. Can I do that with the phone too?
exact same thing. Now, the newest iPhone doesn't actually have a headphone jack, but you
Oh.
can still use Square because it comes with an adapter.
Oh, okay, that
Yep.
works.
So you don't have to buy a new Square reader or anything like that. All you do is switch it from your iPad to your phone.
Okay.
hmm Now, I would actually almost recommend getting a second Square adapter just so you don't have to keep switching back and forth because, I mean, they're about
Okay.
like this big and they are losable.
And they're not that expensive either. I don't think. I think I paid like $10 for my first one.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would definitely be easier for you to be able to take your payments on the go. Especially, I know you get all your stuff locally, so when you go to the stores and it's
Hmm.
more one-on-one. It's not like you're dealing with invoices and people
Exactly.
shipping things to you. Yeah. So other than the camera quality being a little bit better and then of course being able to take phone calls, the iPhone and the iPad are going to be almost exactly the same.
Okay, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Now, we talked about the iPhone and iPad in the family. Were you thinking about any other Apple products? Like, is there anything that could better your life that you could think of?
I kind of have been looking at getting like into a Fitbit. Is
Okay.
that use an iPhone, or is there something that might be better than that?
Now, with a Fitbit, you do need a smartphone, so that would be something no matter what. Would you be looking at getting a fitness watch for fitness counting or also like seeing your calls and your text messages?
But kind of, I was thinking for both.
Okay, would you like to see a little notification of the text message or the full message across the screen?
If I could see the whole message, that would be really cool. But can a Fitbit do that?
No, it will tell you there's a text message and who it's from, but it's not going to do the full readout for you.
Oh, is there
Right.
something? Oh,
Yeah, the Apple Watch.
oh, Apple makes watches too.
Yep, they make watches, iPads, TVs, music players,
A lot of stuff.
just about everything now. So, an Apple Watch might actually help you out. It's going to let you check your notifications and actually answer calls on your wrist.
Oh wow.
Now, you do have to be within Bluetooth range of your phone, but that still gives you about 30 to 50 feet depending on like walls and everything.
For sure.
So, I know I use mine all the time to quickly check without appearing rude because everyone's so used to that flick the wrist up and check the time movement that they don't really think that you're checking your phone or your watch for text messages. So yeah, that would definitely be an option, and I know that we have the classes at the store if you wanted to learn on like how to integrate everything.
That might be something that would be helpful for me.
Okay.
Kind
Now,
of technology illiterate.
that is totally okay. We all have to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there any time that would work best for you coming into the store?
Well, I'm on vacation right now, as
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you when I emailed you. So I know that I should be back in town on Friday. So if you're in the store on Friday or Saturday, or maybe possibly Monday, that
I
would work
feel
out.
like Monday would be best just so you get a little bit of a recovery day.
Okay.
But I can get everything set up for you and show you a few different things as far as the phone and the watch and how they would work together.
That would be wonderful.
Okay. I think we covered just about everything, including, pricing, the different options. Now, did I answer all of your questions? Was there anything else I could touch on?
I don't think so. I think you touched on more than enough
Okay.
stuff I hadn't thought of.
Well, good. Now, most definitely email me or text me if you have any other questions.
Yep, I can do that.
Okay. Then I will look forward to seeing you on Monday.
Sounds good, Monica.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.